Shall we try something a little different? Authors from history have some advice for us with regards to home dressmaking. Hello, it's Icy. That's right, we're trying something a little different here today. I have a project that I have started, but it's going to be a really, really big one. And as part of that project, I needed to do a little bit of historic research. Now, archive.org has many, many wonderful books, all scanned, that you can read. They are out of copyright. You can use the information in these books to your advantage. And while I was researching, I ran across this particular book, Home Dressmaking and the Art of Good Dressing by Easton DeBarris. Easton. And Easton has some fantastic advice of a few do's and don'ts on dress that I would like to share with you. Don't let a dressmaker dress you. Dress yourself. She may give you smartness, but individuality, never. Don't forget that a dress was made for a woman and not woman for dress. Don't, unless you have a very long purse, buy startling and conspicuous garments, of which you will become heartily tired before they are worn out. Don't fail to thoroughly analyze yourself in order to find out what you can and what you cannot wear. Honestly, fantastic advice. Don't invest largely in desperate bargains and immense reductions which are so temptingly displayed at sale times. In many cases, they are a delusion and a snare. Perfect advice from history. Don't slavishly copy the costumes of your dearest friends. You have something individual in appearance which must be emphasized into personality that will cover, if necessary, a multitude of deficiencies. Be your own person. I love it. Don't buy anything without due reference to your other garments. Things bought in a hurry are seldom satisfactory and generally turn out to be veritable white elephants. Buy things that fit with the rest of your wardrobe. Make sure, if you buy a jacket, you can wear it with the other things. Don't wear an old bonnet and mantle with a new dress. Neither, on the other hand, let an old dress be seen in the company of your best outdoor apparel. This one I don't agree with, and this is perhaps more modern, but still, your old things should at least be in good condition. Don't always appear in the bosom of your family in your shabbiest clothes, because they are so much more comfortable. Okay, this doesn't hold up. Please, dress comfortably. Don't have many dresses at a time. Let quality, not quantity, be the motto of your wardrobe. No fast fashion. Well, fast fashion if you need to, but try to keep those pieces, wear them all the time. Make them last, and then recycle them. Don't neglect to put a certain amount of thought and care into the smallest details of your toilette. Don't jump into your clothes and expect to look dressed. This, of course, is a reflection of clothing from this time taking a lot more effort to actually get on and look good. Don't, dear sisters, don't imagine that a blouse or skirt, a coat and a sailor hat are suitable for every age and figure on all occasions. Please, wear things that suit your age. Don't wear a sailor hat after your 40th year, though admittedly, I would have said 40th year, fairly old. Don't clothe yourself in a man's apparel and expect a courtesy due a lady. Now, this is an interesting one. It doesn't say, don't wear men's apparel. It says, if you're wearing men's apparel, be prepared to be treated like a man, which I would think people who were choosing to wear men's apparel for comfort and or gender comfort in that way would want to be treated like another man. So this works for me. Don't wear feathers in your hat and patches on your boot. So this one is like, don't go fancy on your accessories if the things that are keeping you supported, the boots, are not also in good repair. Don't gaily cover your head and forget your hands and feet. So this is more I don't know about the hands and feet. I don't know whether this is a saying or if this is really, please wear gloves because it's good manners. So I'm not sure about this one. Don't forget that though veils are becoming most faces, feet veiled in lace stockings do not work well in the street. I'm not sure if they're saying lace stockings just look a bit trashy, so wear them at home? Lace stockings? Goodness, that's very fancy. Don't emulate the ostrich. The new flower in your hat does not divert attention from the ragged condition of your skirt lining. So, interesting. So, a lot of the advice here is make sure the basics are perfect before you go for embellishment. This one's one of my favorites. Don't pinch your waist. That, like murder, will out somewhere. So, the muffin top has in fact always been a thing. Don't put all your allowance outside. A ragged petticoat kills the smartest gown. So your allowance, so your pin allowance, so for money for buying clothes, make sure you actually invest some of it in your underwear as well, and your understructures. Don't put cost before cut. Corded silk won't cover a clumsy fit. So make sure that your dressmaker or the dresses you're making for yourself fit properly before you go with the fancy material. Don't sacrifice fitness to fashion. So once again, make sure the thing that you're wearing fits and don't necessarily take something for fashion's sake that doesn't make you look good. Don't spoil the garn for sake of a yard of stuff. So I think this one is saying, don't skimp on the amount of fabric you need. Spend that little bit extra and get a gown worthy of what you've done, as opposed to making it a slightly smaller skirt or a narrower skirt because you can't quite afford it. Which is a lesson for me, honestly. Don't be dashing, be dainty. Now that's just straight up gender advice. Be meek and kind. Don't dress to startle people's eyes, but to satisfy them. That one, maybe not even. You startle people's eyes, as long as you're obeying all of the other rules, perhaps. Don't imagine beauty will atone for untidiness. Don't, if you are September, dress as May. Don't be mutton dressed as lamb vibe. Which they've mentioned several times here. Don't dress more fashionably than becomingly. So once again, that comes back to making sure you know what suits you. Don't forget that long credit frequently brings discredit. Pay your bills. Don't buy cheap imitation if you can afford the genuine article. But there is, of course, the if you can afford. So if you can, get the better quality. And if you can't, make what you've got work. Don't wear a fur or feather boa with a cotton dress or skirt. If you're splashing out on the expensive accompaniments, the dress you're wearing them with should also be of that quality. And don't wear striped materials if you are tall. Now that's a weird little bit right at the end. And I don't know if because it's the last point, it's the most important, and also perhaps directions of stripes is more important here. No vertical stripes? What about horizontal? This is the funny one. Let me know, have you explored the depths of archive.org? Really such a fantastic research spot for dress historian type peoples. Completely and utterly amateur like myself, or perhaps people who are a little more sort of academically inclined. For real, as I was reading through a whole bunch of these books, I'm going like, oh, I need a notepad. I need to sit down. I want to write I want to write an essay. I want to spend 6 months researching all of the techniques that I found in the dressmaking. Absolutely fascinating. Do you have any recommendations? Have you run across any books like these that you think I should read? I'm absolutely fascinated by this, and I'm full on wanting to read more. There is, of course, a link to this particular document in the description. Do let me know if you jump on here and find other sorts of interesting ones. You won't be able to post a link, or you can post a link in the comments. It'll get put aside for me to review, so do that. Or of course you can just say something like archive space.space.org at, and then give a title. You can search on types, so you can search on books and you can search on titles, and what I did pretty much was put in the phrase like dressmaking and then sorted it by oldest to newest. And because of course there aren't that many books from before the 1800s that are scanned in here, it actually gave me a really good, nice chunk of books in the right time period as well. So yeah, let me know if you find something interesting. So thank you very much for watching this slightly different video. If this is of interest, let me know. Maybe if I find some other interesting ones, I'll do something else. But do expect the next video to be of the sewing-y / crafting kind. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here on YouTube. As always, I very much appreciate it. You can find me at the different social places in the description. Mastodon is a lovely place with a lot of sewists. There seems to be a decent sewing crafting type community also now on Threads, as well as, of course, Instagram. But thank you for joining me, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.